I don't know if it's a good angle or not. Hi, it's me, Foggy's Track. I'm just wanted to police car just drove past. Just wanted to I was talking. I don't know. I'm supposed more bold now. I just talked my head off on that other one. What the hell was I talking about? Oh yeah, money. Like like well, like we do all this work for money, you know? Like money's the most important thing in the world. Got to get money, everyone's got to get money. But like, are we sharing, how are we sharing the money around? Like, it seems to me there's all these people that are holding money, all these, I guess most of that's the older generation, so I don't mean to be rude to the older generation. I'm just saying, like, whoever it is holding the money. Like, I was talking to myself because, you know, I just talk to myself a lot these days, I guess, despite my mad scientist face. You know, it's dropping down to 80k. It's a bit wet at the moment. Jeez, it just buckets down here. Only rains for like an hour, but like, yeah, like 300 mil or something. I'm probably exaggerating, but like, seems like 300 mil, like, but it's in a small area, right? We get this rains, and you'll be driving along the highway. So we're spread out. Like, I'm driving 20 minutes, but it's on a 100-kilometer road, you know? So that's, I don't know, 100 kilometers an hour. 100 divided by 30, so that's 30 kilometers, right? 30 kilometers. So say you were born 2,000 years ago. Traveling 30 kilometers would have been the biggest journey of your life, possibly. A lot of people would never left their fucking area. Like, and if you did start going, possibly wouldn't you make it? You wouldn't go back. Like, for me to make a 30-kilometer drive in 20 minutes just to go and see a friend, to have a couple of beers and cook a couple of sausages. You know, in a brand new AI-driven car. I mean, the luxuries that we are affording ourselves at the moment are amazing in some ways. I'm not saying we're living hard lives or anything. 103. But I'm just saying, like whoever's holding the money, right? They keep saying someone's holding the money, and I'm like, well, like, I don't know. I think as a species, we're not exactly having the best time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like everything's a bit tense. Everyone's struggling. Everyone's having a bit of a hard time. And what are the real struggles? Like, we don't have any real struggles. We've actually fucking conquered most things. Like, most are pretending to have struggles to justify working, because otherwise, I'll tell you what I've done. Like, I've done stuff that I don't really agree with, but if I don't do it, I've got to go and work in the salt mine, you know. But if I do this sort of stuff that I know how to do, I could fucking get a pretty easy life, you know. So, you know what I mean? Like everyone's trying to find their little thing, their little way to get by, you know, the little fucking niche to sort of cruise along in. Why don't we? We can all have money, but then the price of things keeps going up, so the money's worth less, and there's all this inflation, all this other shit I don't fully understand. There's a train beside me, and it's going faster than me. I'm doing 102, so the train must be doing about 106 or 7. Wow, that's a fast train. Scooting out from Brisbane to the outer suburbs. So if you can do 30, that's what, when you're on that train, it does feel like you're flying too, actually. That's why only the new trains can go on the line. Fuck, she's flying. That's pretty cool. But this car wanders all over the road, and at high speeds this car's a bit hopeless, but for $23,000 I got the MG ZST look it up. I mean, my God, 23 plus on roads, 30k on road. I mean, I don't know if it's still that price, but that was just a bargain deal at the time. But that just means they can make them so cheaply that, you know. I mean, money is like a thing we use to either control. Does money control us? I feel like money is like we're controlling us. We're all struggling to get money, but we actually are the ones that invented money. We made up money. Money is our construct that we made up. We actually made it up to manage our resources. It was actually just made up to track resources. And if we put money back to just tracking resources and found another way to another system to overlay on top of that to say how we share the resources, right? Everyone's scared of that because, someone's going to control me or something. It's going to be bad. But also, possibly it's going to be good. If we do it in the open and transparent, we're not scared to talk about it, it might be good. You know, possibly my idea is three levels. You're either the top level, the middle level, or the bottom level. Bottom level is bums. Now, bums get first world living standards still, okay? The basics. They get a basic car, basic house, basic. They don't get the fancy fucking thing on the river, but they get a house, you know, they get looked after. They get to go get food. Everyone can get food. All right, now everyone's going to want the good food, so we only need to produce good food. So let's just do that, because we choose. We're all choosing to say that money is controlling the quality of the food that we're having, but money doesn't control the quality of the food we're having. The quality of the food is controlled by the what we say we want, and they produce exactly what we say we want. At the moment, where money is deciding what we say we want. So it's a trade-off between cheapness in order to save money and losing customers if you don't do good quality. In my industry, people want cheap, so they're willing to accept. You got to specify quality outcomes. If you want a cheap outcome, I will do a cheap outcome, but I'm specifying the cheap outcome, because otherwise the client comes back and goes, "Oh, I want a good quality for a cheap price," and you're like, "Well, that's not how it works." But that's because money says it's not how it works. If you were just using money to track the resources, make sure no one's taking too much, but as long as we're sharing it evenly, like, who gives a fuck? Also, I say the top level is for anyone who's like a doctor or a lawyer or a politician, or, you know, wants to fucking, like, you want to run a building company, be a builder, run a building company, fucking, you get to have a fancy house, you know? If you want to just be an employee, like say 70% of people, we're already doing this, so it's no big deal. It wouldn't change anything. You know, if you want to be an employee and just live a normal fucking life and not have all the stress and all that shit, right? You don't give a fuck about a fancy house. You just want to have a nice family and just fucking be chill, like most people. You know, you get a medium level, right? And we all decide on the quality of the medium and the high quality, right? And all the doctors I've known that have got all this extra money, none of them have ever gone, "Oh, thank God I've got this extra money." Like, they've all got a normal house. It's just a nice normal house and a nice normal car, like a Mercedes or a fucking Toyota. Like, it's fucking, they're both good cars. Fucking, you know, the doctor just gets a nicer one because the cunt's got a fucking $1 million sitting in the bank. He doesn't know what to do with it, but he's like, I've lived my dream job of saving people's lives, so I'm good, and I've got a nice house and a nice car. He's good. That's all he wants. He doesn't want a fucking $1 million in the bank. Can I go get food can I go and get food? So then you go, "Oh, well, how are you going to get people to work on the farms?" Well, for starters, labour. How do we negotiate for labour at the moment? And what are we using labour for? Mostly we're using labour to... Oh God, I was going too fast. To